Check, check, check. So sorry. Okay. I had no idea that wasn't coming in. Forgive me. I had an awesome thing. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on into the live. Thank you for being here. So sorry they didn't hear us. I am the lifer. You guys are the lifers. Together we make the Crypto Lifer stream. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to the 361 people here on the live. Thank you for the $2 in chat revenue. Shout out to each and every one of you for coming on in. So sorry about that. I am traveling. I'm on the go on my own engineer here, and I should have checked. I checked it before I went. Then I had a video issue. Had to restart the computer. Forgot to recheck the audio again, and I got slammed there. I should have a checklist with me at all times and just go through it right before I hit the live button. I'm going to make one of those. Shout out to each and every one of you. But, you know, when you don't miss a day, every once in a while, you know what? To me, not missing a day is big enough. There's going to be mistakes in the 365 shows I put on every single day. There's going to be some mistakes. But as long as you bear with me, I can bear with you, and we can get through it together. I was showing earlier that was a real bear that my friend's wife's father killed. That bear up there. You can't see it anymore, but, you know, it was a real bear. You can see it in the footage. Jimmy, roll that beautiful bean footage. So, look. 7 Minute has to dig us out of a hole here with an inverted. What does that mean? A shoulder. A bit of a head here. And can we make a right shoulder and dig on out of this? Or is that a bit of a double bottom to the upside? One idea here. Right off the bat. And again, the dreamy music ain't going to cut it for me. I need that pump house. Like, why is it? All right. You go to the go-to outer space. Better than nothing. So look, Bitcoin at 27,750. That's a beautiful price to be at too. I mean, considering. Yes, we Bart Simpson to the downside. I kept saying, I mean, this is likely, you know, it's looking like we could get a Bart Simpson. So we got it to the downside. I mean, pumped up. You couldn't get above resistance. Couldn't get above resistance. I saw downside on the 7 and the 15 minute. And I said to my team, I said, man, I see some downside here. Watch out. And there we go. Bitcoin to the downside. However, we did call the pump this morning to the upside. Beautiful pump. The high for Bitcoin was 24,670. And then we made a beautiful flag that just did not go all the way, you know. So now we're sitting at, can we double bottom off this 24,453 area? That's what we're looking at here. You know, a bit of a higher low actually right now, holding on to that move. So we have a low, higher high, higher low, put in a higher high. So far, so good. No sound still? Are you kidding me? Hello, check, check, check. I see the sound now. How could you say no? I see someone just said no sound. That's ridiculous, right? Cryptonatic. I slept a bear rug once. Sound is good. Shout out to East Jordan. All good. You have sound. Sound is doing great. Shout out to each and every one of you. Thank you for jumping on in. All right, cool. You want to be louder, huh? You want me louder. Everybody wants it louder. Enjoy the dog walk, Summer. Oh, you got a nightlight there, Summer? Bye, Summer. Cool. Fletcher, come here. You guys got to see the size of this dog. He's so big and beautiful. He's a giant Saint Bernard. He's going on a walk. You might not be able to. Let me see him. Look at him. All right. Getting a little bit of a pump here too, as suggested by Bitcoin, with this little bit of a double bottom. This would be awesome. But here now we have resistance, see? And by using smaller time frames, you can see where the struggle will be. Big struggle right there. Audio is good. Corso. Oh my God, he's gorgeous, right? No sound. Why do people keep saying that? You're loud and clear. That's a drool machine, somebody's. You can't get above this 23,762 and 77 cents will be the next resistance. We got to get above 23,760. So I call it 23,008. And look, that was our bounce. You can see this is our new area to get above. There's also a high volume node sticking out right here in this area here, 23,900. So this is going to be our new resistance. Bitcoin must get above it. The bulls must break above this area to consider and stay bullish. Otherwise, the bears could take over, create a bear flag here on the 7 minute, and we could dump to the downside. Right now, the bear flag is attempting to be had because right now, if we look at this, hold on, let's clear this up and make it nice and clean for you. Drag this down for a second. Get rid of my squiggles. Let's make this nice and neat. Get rid of, that's my divergence line. Get rid of this. And here, see, a bit of a double bottom, but we can't get above the zone. Now, that is a double bottom. Can we get to the measured move of the W? Can we get to the measured move of the W is the question. That would take us to the next resistance, 23,987. All right, 24K again. So that's what we need. If that does not happen, then we have to consider that this is making a bit of a bear flag. You see that? Bye, sweetheart. And that could drop to the downside here. Measured move is 23,500. All right. Obviously, and that would be the double bottom here that we would like it to hold. So not the worst case scenario, but this is kind of what you're seeing here. This is one of these things are going to play out in the next, hour at the most, and then you're going to be able to have a bearing on what's happening. You trap price action on smaller time frames. That's going to give you the quickest decision, specifically if you're near a resistance or support. Now, if it's in the middle, it doesn't matter. But if you're right under resistance or a resistance or support line, you're going to be able to see what's going to happen later on in price action. It's going to give you a lot of insight into what's going down. So that's just something you want to learn about. That's why I use these smaller time frames when I'm near these resistance and support lines, because they're going to give you quick confirmations of whether you got resisted or you got support. If you get above this bounce, just like today, we got above it. If we didn't and we dumped, we would have been dumping way earlier than this. This dump is nothing. After every pump, there is a dump. Remember that. So everyone's like, why are we dumping? What do you mean? You had a miraculous pump. We called this pump all the way back down here on the 7-minute time frame on the divergence, if you remember, and we've been pumping ever since. We're going to show you the bigger idea here. I just want to zoom in and show you what levels we have to fight through. 23,500 is our next big resistance, our big support too, so we don't want to break that. So big support here, big resistance here, Bitcoin in chop. I do see a bit of a shoulder, head, and a right shoulder. Can we fall out, fall back up, and boom to the upside? That's very, very possible. Right now, the 7-minute is a bit high. Go to the 1 hour. 1 hour is ready to go, though. So 7-minute is chintzy compared to the 1 hour. 1 hour already has the reversal pointing to the upside. I have a falling wedge here for the 1 hour. Where is that going to go? Here's my measured move. I took the length of this wick to that wick on a bit of a slant. I already slanted it. Normally, you want to just take the wick to wick there, slap it on up, and that gives me a measured move right back here. Now, what that would do is it would just make an M pattern, and that could dump us all the way back down here to this liquidity zone at 22,800. So it's not like you're never out of the woods. I just want to bring that up. I want to show that you're never out of the woods until you break the previous high to the left. That's it. And if you trade that way over and over again and you keep that as a religion, my friends, that is going to change the way you see the charts for the rest of your life. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. But I will educate you about technical analysis, which you can then apply to you can use however you want to use it in your own way, fashion, shape, whatever you see fit. So we do have the bullish divergence that was there on the 15. We do have the MACD turning bullish there. And there's a chance that we could get a push up here, possibly make an inverted head and shoulder on the 7-minute time frame. If you have no idea what I'm talking about a shoulder, a bit of a head, and this possibly could be the right shoulder also in what's called an ascending triangle. Ascending triangles are 50-50. They break out either way by law, technical analysis law. They break out either way. Shout out to everybody here in the chat. Let's pop out that chat, see what's going down. We are in a channel so we could go all the way down to 22,450 or 2450 and still go up. Downside, it looks kind of like a bear flag. Also 4 hour, so it could be both ways. We respected it so far. Watching your live feed all the way in Pakistan. Great work, buddy. Keep it up. Shout out to Muhammad Ali in the game. Hey, Muhammad, I love you, man. Dude, after watching you for a while, I've come to the conclusion that you're nothing but loving, honest, and unbiased. Much love and huge thank you for being a light in the dark world. Shout out to you, man. Thank you. That's very nice of you. People who are joining late but starting at the beginning will keep saying no sound. You're good, though. Yes. He needs a whiskey barrel. The dog? You guys are awesome. You made the owner smile. He did good. Oh my God, he's gorgeous. He is. He was a beautiful dog. See, all animals. He's a beautiful dog. He's got a good temperament. He was playing with a 1-year-old baby, soft and sweetly. I was never once even slightly worried. Even if she fell into the beautiful grass, it was fine. It was all love, He was actually making sure no other animals were near. He was like checking her, So we do have to watch the 7-minute, but it's just the 7-minute. Calm down. Don't freak out. It's okay. And so we're going to watch through this chop right here. This is the chop we're looking for. All right. I'm going to show you some other drawings. We're not going to stop there, but that's just one I want you to see for the right now. If you redraw that whole section, go back, take screenshots of that, redraw it. That'll help you. If you're always taking screenshots during the live and redrawing what I'm putting out, that's a great way to keep up with me, a great way to keep doing what I'm doing. And if you do that every single day, imagine how many patterns you'll draw with me. If you keep up with me, imagine what that will do for your practice. So stay tuned, stay informed, and keep going. And next thing you know, you're going to have the skill that you wanted. You're going to be where you want to be. You're going to be able to do what you want. You won't be making uneducated decisions. You'll be able to make educated decisions based on the charts instead of using your emotions, and reading the news. So I'm going to delete this work now using the group tool. Is really nice, everybody. Once you've kind of done something and you don't want to see it anymore, but you want to keep it, right click this, create a group of drawings, and then you can just pop that group right off. You're back to the original screen that you had. We're going to slip on over to the 4-hour now, and I have a 4-hour drawing that I would like to bring up here. 4-hour big levels. All right. So I drew this pattern here that we were kind of in. We broke back in. In my mind, we're still inside this bigger pattern, and I'm looking at the levels that we could bounce off of in the bigger idea here. All right. We're also going to draw you a little quick Fibonacci here. I call these local fibs, mini fibs, however you want to call it, but they play out a lot and they're good to have on your sideline. So we pull a mini fib here. That 618 level golden pocket area is 22,222. And it's funny, in 2022, I don't know about you, but right when the year changed, I started seeing 22 all the time. And of course it did, right? It was 2022. But even lately, it's just I never saw the number ever. Lately, it just seems to come up a lot when I'm looking at something, when I'm analyzing, I'm measuring something, whatever it is. So again, 222 kind of seems to be the level here at the 618, a little lower at 22,169. I wouldn't be surprised if we revisited 22,000 low area. That might be the one last chance. If Bitcoin is in a bull run, and I can't guarantee this, but if it is in a bull run, that may be the last chance to buy Bitcoin before it goes above 30K. You know what I'm saying? Before it starts to really, that could be a bottom, that 618 mini fib there. Not saying anything is open-minded. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm keeping money on the sidelines in case we go to 10K, because you never know. But I am buying the majority of my Bitcoin in these areas between, 17,000, 27,000. To me, anything below 25,000 is a steal. 4 or 5 years from now, you're looking at $400,000, $300,000 Bitcoin. That's the easy way to 12x your money, safe way to get out of the banking system, safe way to get out of the risk of them printing the dollar to zero. Because I've been saying they're going to print the dollar for 10 years now, right? So I was saying this 10 years ago. That's when they say inflation is transitory, I laugh, because I'm like, I was talking about this way before you came on TV and said this was going to be, So, and honestly, I'm a student of Mike Maloney, a student of people older than me who've been selling gold and silver, who have been studying the monetary policies for a long time. Look at the continental dollar in the United States. That thing went to zero. They printed it to zero. Man, our founding fathers then put us on the gold standard because they didn't want us to keep printing money to zero. Then we had Bretton Woods, 1971. They take us off the gold standard. Next thing you know, we're back to the same exact Ponzi scheme we started with. And when you don't listen to your forefathers, what happens? You end up in the same place they tried to stop you from going. So that's kind of what's happening here. We're not listening to history. So by buying Bitcoin, you become in my opinion, a real American. You become someone who I believe Benjamin Franklin would give you a nod to and say, you know what? I see you there, soldier. So shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for coming on to the Freedom Train. Financial freedom is the answer to each and every one of our questions, each and every one of our pains. And that's where I see the goals of life headed. So look, I've seen this play out before. What they did is they want to bring the train to the upside, but they don't want you getting in on the train. So they bring it up. They get people to jump on in. And then when people think they're cool, doing trailing stops and all that, they come and grab that liquidity, right? This could be making a shoulder with a monster Pope head and a right shoulder. I've seen that play out. However, this is a flag touching the 21-day moving average. You see what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, that's a flag touching the 21-day moving average. And so how I trade flags is I trade the flag as if it never left the flag. So you just trade this flag as if it's not in the flag. Also, I love low stochastics. I love when the MACD is turning. And I like when I'm seeing the white 21-day moving average touching price action. That's usually somewhat of a catalyst to the upside, especially when you're above it, okay? Especially when you're above the 200-day, right? The yellow line. Also, you're in a bull run as long as you're beginning a bull run and starting your way out of a bull run. And I can backtest this for you and show it to you as long as you're getting out, all right? Every time you're above these zones here and you're getting above the 200-day moving average, which is the 200-day on the daily. It's on the 4 hours, so subtract. You got to kind of divide it by 6, but understand it's the yellow line when you're using the 5 MAs with the 200-day moving average on the daily. So whenever you're above the yellow line, the 200 MA, that is a bullish sign for the 4 hour. We don't want to see ourselves go below that. So levels to watch are the bounce here off 22,008, a bounce here of 21,009 at the golden pocket right near there in the 618. That's the 706, and the 20,073, which would be a giant double bottom and the low part of this high volume node here sticking on out. We could also hit this lower trend line. We could also just completely leave this pattern and begin a new way to the upside. Anything is possible, so that's why we're watching it closely, right? The daily is also a little overbought too, getting a little cooked. It's been overbought a few times and it's done a few pony tricks, but at the same time, you know, you have to understand that this would make sense. This would reset the daily, and the daily could come on back down to one of these levels and then continue back to the upside, you know? So, can see a bit of a channel here. I'm always open-minded. I see this channel forming too now, which could be just a giant rising wedge that could break you back to the downside. So I just play the TA the way the TA shows me. I don't do anything different. Whatever the TA says, that's what I see. So that beginning to make a rising wedge with a 68% chance of a break to the downside. However, I've been watching these rising wedges a lot lately, and they've been making giant double bottoms. So that would be awesome. If we could get one more shot at 17,000, that would be great. I would like to get a little more cheap Bitcoin. Thank you. And again, maybe we go to 10K. I'm keeping money on the sidelines in case we go there. There's no guarantees. Always protect yourself for Bitcoin going either way. I used to be a smart butt. I thought I knew it all. I thought, you know what? No, it's not. It's going to 10K. I'm not going to buy now. Then I'd watch it soar and limp in at the end and feel like a complete idiot. You don't want to do that. You know, then the other way, I used to buy way too much. Oh yeah, this is the bottom for sure. And then watch it tank and be like, I don't have enough to buy now, and feel like a clown. I've done both things. So learn from me and watch me do the right thing now after years of pain. And then, you know, if you decide to get educated and figure out what's going down, you may want to do the same. So shout out to each and every one of you for being here. 23,739 for Bitcoin. So I gave you the 4 hour and what I see happening. I also kind of heated you and showed you this bigger time frame on the daily as well, and showed you that I may be the first person to show you this rising wedge. Heck, I haven't even seen it yet. This is the first time I ever drew this pattern ever, because we hadn't made this high yet. I couldn't even make this until today. So this is the first time I'm drawing this rising wedge. Maybe you've seen it. I have not. So I don't really have time to watch other YouTubers. I have time to look at my charts, go through what I'm doing, do what I'm doing with my trading group, get prepared for my show and, you know, appearances that I'm doing and stuff like that. It's very rare I get a chance to watch another YouTuber. I watch like 2 or 3 here and there. I will watch Steve from Crypto Q University. I like Steve. Shout out to Steve. You earned a like, bro. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you for coming on in. Shout out to Paul Menlo, Nick. Shout out to everybody here. My 16-year-old has a job and has 1,500 in USDC ready for a good drop. Interesting. Well, I hope he gets educated and figures out what he wants to do with that. So you're saying there's a chance, possibly. Ben Franklin was one of the in favor of fiat. See his essay, The Nature and Necessity of Paper. Yeah, but he was tied to gold. You know what I'm saying? Sam, I may not make all the lies, brother, but I always go back and watch the ones that I miss. Thank you for all your work and your great attitude and perspective about life. Thank you so much, man. All Steve does is promote his courses, but he's good content, though. I get it. Got my 11-year-old son learning TA. Life or education is better than college. Oh, man, just get him into the... I mean, that's... Who the heck dumped at 23,008? Geez, we survive, or not. But slowly bear big dump. I don't know, man. You never know. You sound like someone that wants to know where price is going. Just sit back and let it happen. And then react to price action. Sell on support, buy on resistance. You know, sell at resistance, buy at support. You know, it's the age-old trick. Don't reinvent the wheel. Reverse Adam and Eve on the 7-minute time frame. Kind of does look like it now that I recollect it in my mind. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, a bit of a, yeah. No, that wouldn't be a reverse. That would be an Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve is reversed to the upside if it was coming down on you. That could be a reverse. We could get a short squeeze to the upside here. There's a chance. However, we now have heavy resistance. All right. We have heavy resistance in this area. All right. I'm looking at waves really closely. I'm not saying waves is guaranteed right now, but I'm looking at waves very closely. It's bottomed again. It's made consecutively higher lows at $5.69. Measured move 69% gain. So it's at $5.69 with 69% gains to $9.28 is the possible measured move for waves. getting tight on the moving averages. 4 hour moving back to the upside. You take a look at the daily. The daily also has momentum. One of the few coins with momentum on the daily time frame. And, you know, again, it is at the bottom of its barrel. And that's kind of a symmetrical triangle. There's a 50-50 shot. So there's some high risk involved. But waves, looking at waves on the technical analysis, it's on the radar. Waves. Yeah, waves always pop first. Yeah, for whatever reason, waves does that. I don't know why. CELR McFarlane, banging on him. So funny. I love that name. When we break the daily RSI trend, bull market will start. Possible. Shout out to Last Poet, Forever Defiant. My man been here for a long time. Gonna join the lifers when I have the scratch to make the cut. Been watching a long time, man. One of these days I'll play Showdown Your Way. I'll play a Showdown Your Way. First biz on me. I quit alcohol, but you know what? I will definitely come on through and, you know, I'll have like a cranberry juice and salsa water. It's good to keep it realistic. It's important, people. Don't get too hyped or over-invested, especially on altcoins and using leverage, of course. Been spitting game to my family since 2021. Just found out my little cousin has been stacking sats on the low. Has 2 Bitcoin. That little bastard. I usually don't like to swear, but I had to read that. That's just funny, man. That's just too funny. I mean, you find out your little cousin got 2 Bitcoin, and you're sitting there rubbing 2 quarters together. I could, you know, yeah, for sure. I mean, you should have been listening to him when he was laughing behind your back at Thanksgiving. You know, you had no idea why he was snickering. Now you know he had sats falling out of his jeans. Shout out to each and every one of you. Oh, man. We talked about Alice possibly pumping to the upside here. Look, it did make a nice move. Alice making some nice gains. About 20% from the bullish divergence that it made here to the upside. Bitcoin doing pretty good here, hanging out, going sideways. 7-minute does want to reset. It's getting overbought. So to me, it is making a bit of a bear flag here that, you know, will drop you to the downside. I was about to say, I'm like, where's all my work? And I'm like, well, remember, you deleted it, or you made a group out of it. So, oh, this one, maybe, you know what it is we made the group, but we may not have reloaded. I don't know, I want to check. Is it like remembering the groups? There's a lot to TradingView, honestly. It's a deep program. It can go on and on. There's like 100 little things you can do. There's settings everywhere on settings, and it like never stops, you know. Yeah, so we were last here. Right? Yeah. And I can turn off the 4 hour, go back to the group 1 we had. Group 5 was where we were at. Yeah. So now I'm going to delete this nonsense here. Ooh, remove 129. Oh, you can't delete. You just got to delete these. Or group these and get rid of them, you know. But I believe we already had most of this drawn. Thank you so much for the super chat and the subscription. Appreciate that, for jumping on in. Appreciate that. Okay. Loving the dog, man. The guy loves his dog. You know, what are you going to say? So let's go back to the 7 and what we're looking at here. Just want to stay on topic, you know. So we're watching the 7-minute. Go sideways or dump to the downside. Measured move is 23,500 for Bitcoin. So right now that's the preferred idea based on the stochastics RSI. They're a little spent. Need to come on down. If they went sideways, that would be a huge sign, but likely we're going to get a slight dumpage. 15-minute also is not in our favor, and we're not getting above this resistance point. So it would be great if we just go sideways, make a bear flag or whatever, but at the same time, you know, you could say we still broke out, though that is definitely the trend line that we broke out from. All right? And so, but again, at the end of the day, bear flag high on the 7 and the 15. Likely a bit of a short for you know, but maybe a couple hours short or sideways. You know, it may not even play out. But the probability is we short, unless we get a short squeeze, which has been happening constantly. Every time people go to short the market, they're getting squeezed back up and they're having to buy Bitcoin, and they become the people who pump the price up. People don't realize that, but the people that are shorting are actually making Bitcoin pump because they have to cover. Every time they have to cover, they keep buying in. And then next thing you know, one buy leads to another, and you think it's the bulls, but it's actually the shorts. The shorts are pushing us to the upside every single time. So it was yesterday, it was the day before. We may get another short squeeze tonight, even though we are pinned though. It's likely we're not going to get above resistance. You see there's a lot of buying and selling here at the high volume node. We're likely to come back to the downside and end at about 23,450 is my humble opinion. But there's no guarantees. There's no guarantees, all right? That's the highest probability in my humble opinion. Usually on my channel, the highest probability is what plays out, but you never know. You never know. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. All right. Can we check out Phantom? We'll take a look at Phantom for sure. And I like this night. This is the first night, the only night of the week. We don't have to look at the Dow Jones, the S&P futures. We're free. We're free for one night for crypto to be crypto and just kind of what it is. You know. See this beautiful dog? See the size of this dog? So awesome. He's the size of some ponies. He's so good he won't go on the furniture. He's trained well. Hey. Hey. No, don't lick my pants. Yo, he literally like he covered this chair. He covered it. He's a good boy, man. Oh man. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. This is wild, someone says. Oh man. St. Bernards are so smart. New mascot, ETH baby. Do I spy a Sammy cup and handy on ETH? We'll take a look at Ethereum for sure. What I do like though is the 1 hour and the 4 hours still got legs, baby, on Bitcoin. So, yeah, we had the dumpage. It happens. All right. Bearish engulfing too right there, which isn't great, but we shall see. 4 hour looks absolutely horrible. You know, doesn't look good at all. I have to admit. But we shall see. Only time will tell, right? And that's why we go level by level, step by step. See, everyone else just looks at one time frame and says, this is what's going to happen. And then they take a shot. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. If you do the same thing every time, that can work over the long run. You only really need to hit 30% of your trades. So it's not like you need to hit every single trade, you know? But it also, you know, I think this is a little more precise. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to you. You do whatever makes you happy, all right? I can't tell you what to do. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Save, can you do a David Attenborough impression? I got $500. Which should I put it on? I'm thinking Seco. It's less than $5. I would never tell you what to put your money on at all. However, I do have two hot alts that I'm looking at tonight that may be hot for the move. One of them I did buy already. I will disclaim I'm already in it. But the chart just looks nice. And another one I have nothing to do with. We'll see. We'll go from there. But let's take a look. Bitcoin holding 23,700 on a bit of a limb here. 7-minute and the 15-minute really want to dump on us to the downside. The only thing they can save when the 7-minute wants to dump is if the 5-minute and the 1-minute are conspiring. They're really not. They're both overbought. 1 minute may try to save you, but the 5-minute overbought, the 7-minute overbought, the 15-minute overbought, you must heed these things, especially when you can't get above resistance. And look, you can almost look like this. I didn't see this before, but that's why I stay open-minded. Bit of an M, no? And even though it's an elongated M, and that could dump us back down to that same liquidity zone, that same measured move of the bear flag to the downside. So I do see a move for Bitcoin back down here to about 23,400. And I'm not saying we're going to go any lower than that, but for now, I do see a higher probability idea that Bitcoin will dump to the downside. However, we could get a short squeeze, and I'm not 100%. Anything could happen at any given moment in time. Nothing I say and do here should be taken as financial advice, so remember that. 1 minute to the moon. Yeah. I mean, but let's just see what's going on here. Let's take a look. We'll leave that. That's our Bitcoin. We'll jump back into Bitcoin in a second. Let's take a look at MATIC USDT. MATIC USDT. I like MATIC on KuCoin just because that's where I trade it the most. So that's where I look at the liquidity. MATIC is trying to pump here on the daily time frame. It was in a flag yesterday. I looked at it. I said, man, that looks like it could go bazooka style. I remember actually putting this out. I wonder if I put it on this chart or another one. Measured move for MATIC is gigantic. The daily's getting started. It will at least come to the 200-day moving average. That for sure is something I've seen many, many times on the daily. It just gets magnetized to that. I could see MATIC at 116 tomorrow night. You know what I'm saying? I'm not guaranteeing it, but there's a high probability based on what I'm seeing here. Lack of bearish momentum on the MACD. Pushing up here. We are at a top, though. This could double top. You see this? This could make you an M pattern and dump to the downside. It's kind of crucial you make a higher high for MATIC tonight. Let's take a look at the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame is pushing up just like Bitcoin, right? And it's actually looking more bullish than Bitcoin. When we take a look at MATIC here, look at this. I mean, buckle up and get ready. MATIC tonight looks like it's ready to pump to the upside. MATIC 3L looks to be the play. Take a look at the 4 hour time frame. If you have legs, oh my gosh, you do. The daily's low, the 4 hours low, the 1 hour's low. My goodness, the 15 is the only thing that needs to come on down. Ooh, I put an alert there on the 15. When that comes on down, MATIC for a massive move to the upside is what I am seeing. Highly likely into tonight. MATIC looking beautiful. Possible gains of 18% on the measured move, says the technical analysis. I've been holding MATIC for years now. I believe it's going to be a big project. I watched it IEO when it came out below a cent at 1 a.m. on like March 18th, May something of 2020, maybe even 2019. MATIC. Have a love-hate relationship with MATIC. Watching it tank one time, it got like a rug pull. Felt like it was never going to come back one night. Took an actual, had something to do with their protocol. But that's, now it's back. MATIC. Okay. How many people we got on the live here? Checking it. 515 people, 282 likes. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're getting a bit of a bounce here. Short squeeze could be in play for Bitcoin. Even though it defies all odds on the oscillators, I'm telling you, it's all about the short squeeze orange juice, baby. MATIC looking beautiful to me. I set alerts in the 15-minute. I like MATIC for 18%. I'm telling you right now, MATIC looking absolutely beautiful as the possible play of the night. All the oscillators look good to me on MATIC. That's how I get into trades. You do whatever makes you happy. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. This reality show of my life, what I like to get into, what I'm looking at. This is also a teaching moment. I would redraw this chart for MATIC. I would look at it yourself, see what you see, compare what happens, break it down, Okay. This is the jam right here. This is the jam. When I hear this jam, I gotta kind of bump it a little bit. Puts me in a good mood every single time, MATIC trade of the night, baby. Looking absolutely beautiful and splendid. MATIC. Breaks back above that dollar. It's going to be a psychological move to the upside. It already kind of came back on down. MATIC looking nice to me. I look for the 1 hour, the daily, and the 4 hour all to be oversold at one time. That is my special Sositos. And when I see that, I am in there like swimwear, baby. MATIC. I mean, that just, oof. And when MATIC looks good, I head on over to MATIC 3L, which is an ETF. MATIC 3L is an ETF on KuCoin, all right? If you don't have a KuCoin, I do have a link to KuCoin, link in the description below. I do get a commission. It would be awesome if you took that link, traded with the link. You would be giving back to the channel. You would be helping out. You'd be doing karmatic good. So look, we talked about MATIC 3L here, up 120%. I gave you the exact entry there Absolutely beautiful to the T with the support retest. Bang, bang, bang. Called it out with the bounce off the 200-day moving average on the 4-hour time frame. Listen and study, my friends. This is also a bit of a cup and handle, semi-cup and handy to the upside. Don't have the, I don't have the, it's just not the same, right, without the crowd now. So shout out to each and every one of you. Thank you for jumping on in. 530 viewers on the live. Unreal. 317 likes, though. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? That'll be so much appreciated. Thank you so much. So look, one thing I had a mentor, and he used to teach me the best trades. He used to say, you know, the best trades, he said, are when you flag out after you break out of a falling wedge. He said, man, if you see a flag after a wedge, that's what you want, right? And I'd always be like, wow, right? So like right now, we're flagging outside of the wedge. 4 hours completely oversold, ready to go again for more after a massive pump. The daily's still in your favor, right? And as you said there, look, 222. I keep saying the 22, and that was just random, but 222 just keeps coming up. I just set that randomly, and that was the number. But look, MATIC 3L for a possible 57% gains. So we're looking for a massive move for MATIC 3L. Bit of a cup and handle there too. As you can see, this is your cup. There's your handle hanging out, touching the 21D moving average. Everything that I look at, again, Bitcoin could tank, take this down to the downside. Everything is high risk. Always have a stop loss. Never be a dreamer. Always be prepared. You never know what could happen, right? So I'm looking at this though. I like this trade personally. 15-minute could give me a better entry if I wait for it to come on down. So what I do is I head on over to the 15-minute and I set my alert section. See, we're a little high. Now it might just push up. If we get the short squeeze for Bitcoin, this MATIC trade will push on up. Then you'd be looking at the retest of some type of an area. So it break up here, a bounce off this area to the upside. Also, a move back down on the stochastics RSI, back to the oversold region below 20. All right. So what I do is I set an alert here on the stochastics. This is my system. I'm giving it to you live for free. I set alerts right here. Bang. See that? Bang. I also set an alert right here with the vertical symbol. The vertical symbol here sets an alert, so when price action crosses it, I'll know. No matter what happens, I'm going to be able to figure out where price action is at that time and moment. That kind of solidifies the fact that I'll be able to be woken up or know what happens, and that rings in my pocket, rings in my phone, and also gives me an email and lets me know. So that's all there for you. And look, up, down, up, down, up, down. MATIC not looking like Bitcoin. MATIC looking tight in a move. I like what I'm seeing for MATIC. It's at this high volume node. It gets above this, it's going to fly to the end of this channel. And look, your next big resistance really for MATIC is, let's see, well, this is MATIC 3L. Let's take a look at MATIC. Our next big resistance, got to look left, right there. I'd say at 116. Yeah, and we're going for about 111 for MATIC. Again, 18.77% gains for MATIC out of the flag. 4 hour looking beautiful, 1 hour looking beautiful. I can't say enough. I absolutely love it. I'm all over it. And it's very rare I've seen a trade that I like this much in a while. MATIC looking beautiful. And it could tank to the downside at any moment in time. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Who knows what's going to happen to the trade? I'm just going by what the oscillators show me. When that stochastic is low on all those time frames, there's a high probability it's going to break to the upside. Also, you see this little bit of a cup and handle here. It's already breaking out. It just needs to break above this resistance. Once MATIC gets above that resistance, it can likely fly back up to 116. So MATIC, the 3L is the ETF tokenized token that gives you 3 times the play on MATIC itself. So if MATIC went up 10%, this would make you 30%. If MATIC up 1, you would make 3. Capiche? You cannot get liquidated. You're not doing margin. You can only trade what you trade, and that's why I really like using the ETF coins. All right? Shout out to each and every one of you for coming on in. Thank you for being here. If you hit that like, you get more people to see what's going on. You get more people going. Can we get 800 people on the live? That would be amazing. Shout out to each and every one of you. Thank you for the $62 in chat revenue. You people are unreal. You bought me dinner, for Christ's sakes. Well, I shouldn't use the Lord's name in vain, but $62.31. What's in the chat? Can I see a mod throwing out the chat? What do we got in the chats here? I see a big chat here, a $49.99 chat. Much love, bro. Shout out to Jason Casper, my man. It's been a minute, Jason. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for jumping on in and throwing the super chat in on a Saturday night. Shout out to my man, Jason. Everyone, if you want to learn how to trade Bitcoin on the 7-minute, if you want to trade thousands of dollars Bybit style, my man does it every single day, man. So he is the Bitcoin master. It's what he does. If you watch my show and his show, you'll be unstoppable. So shout out to Jason Casper. I love you, man. He also is a God-fearing man, quotes the Bible, and he has chickens, man. How could you not like a guy that has his own chickens? He's also diesel. So shout out to Jason, man. Thank you so much for coming on in. Appreciate you, brother. Super chats, Phantom and ETH. Yeah, 22 seems like a new beginning for me. Is Sam at the Sepia house? Yeah, that's what happened. How do you get back to 25K? Never been there in months. We need this. I know. Jason doesn't show the Bybit bonuses, does he? I don't know. You have to ask him. I don't know. Honestly, I think he's a good dude, so I'm going to leave him alone. He has chickens, man. Leave the dude alone. He has a great body. Finbook. Is Finbook a woman or a man? I love you. Super chats, FTM and ETH. Did Sam question my authority? Shout out to Gina Bob Beat in the house. You will respect my authority. The Sepia house. He got rap skills. You know what it is? Yeah, I didn't do the white balance. That's what I did. I have white balance at home custom, and I should have switched it back to auto white balance. I could have my white do that on the menu right now, but we probably won't have that. So yeah, I'm in the Sepia house right now. I'm Sepia for the night. All right? Just deal with it. Looks like MATIC is about to pop. No, I mean, I like MATIC 3L for gains for sure. Looking nice for sure. Sepia like it's a person. You're funny. Sepia. Blessing and love, everybody. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's keep it moving. Send some super chats. Send some love. Let me know how you're doing on this beautiful day. Short squeeze seems to be happening here. If we get above this resistance, this would be beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. This is an ascending triangle. 50-50 shot of a break to the upside. Jason, what are you doing tonight? How are you trading it? Casper jumped in through 50. So we going snowmobiling with the night goggles? Four-wheeling?
Super chats. Need gas money to get home.
Right. I need gas money just to get home. I need to buy bear spray so they don't eat me tonight. Let's take a look at Phantom and ETH. Shout out to each and every one of you for coming on in. Phantom getting some legs. Phantom not looking like the rest of the charts. Phantom actually about to boom. Look at this. Phantom at a cup and handle booming to the upside. This is a quick scalp for Phantom. Likely to play out. If you like scalping the charts, then I would suggest that you do some technical analysis on Phantom. And if it fits your trading style, quick 2.1% coming out of Phantom to the next resistance point. That's likely to happen as you're flipping on the 7-minute to the upside for Phantom. Smaller time frames, we're looking at this. Look, I'll dig this right out of. Look, I've done this before, so don't try it. But it breaks out or breaks back in. Bit of a double bottom there too. Because what happens is they break the pattern, but the pattern still exists. I backtested this for years. It took me like 6 years to figure this out. Like I used to just see it, have no idea what they were doing. Now I know. Oh yeah, that was the head. They dropped it out. Usually the shoulder, the head, and the shoulder. The head is what falls out of the pattern. Most people, if you do this as a beginner, your mentors will gasp and everyone will say, how dare you leave anything out of a pattern? And they could be right because, look, you had another pattern here that you could have played. But it depends on what you see, right? It all depends on what you see. And if you saw this and the inverted head and shoulder and played it, you'd be none the wiser if you trade this and broke it out. Either trade broke out. One person may have saw this, one person may have saw that. Seeing it all really makes you the bee's knees, though. If you see all the patterns that, you know, or if you see that, you know, some people trade the fib, some people trade the support and resistance, some people trade the POC. I do it all. I do all three. That's why I know, because you want to see what the herd's doing. The herd's using all three of those different things, but not all of them are using all three. So you want to kind of, you know, the more you know, the more you could take advantage of other people that are only using one piece at a time, right? So then you'll see someone, you're like, oh, he knows this, but he only knows that. You can only see by the trader because he's like, oh, he's selling that resistance, but he doesn't know what divergence is. Because if he knew what divergence is, he probably would have stayed in the trade, you know? So, but you'll get there. You'll add pieces to the puzzle each time. It's like adding armor, you know, to the weaponry as you move. I'm not really trading this weekend. Haven't looked at the chart. Still holding along from last week, though. Just tuning in to see some juicy TA. You're the man, dude. It's fun, right? Just to lay back and not have to be the guy to do the work. I get it, you know. Shout out to all the streamers out there, all the crypto streamers. Appreciate you throwing a 50 down, man. Thank you so much. Much appreciated to you and yours. So, yeah, Phantom looks to, you know, making a bit of a quick move to the upside here. Let's look at the bigger time frame, though. 4 hour coming on down too. The alts are looking pretty nice. Let's take a look at total 3. You know, when it gets this messy though, look what I do. See, I haven't looked at Phantom in a while. We actually played it beautifully out of this move. Try to get this ascending triangle that did not break out to the upside, came back down. I delete everything, right? And I kind of redraw the daily. I want to see what's happening on the daily. I open it up. And honestly, you know, yes, it's cool, but it has to break above this. We have like strong resistance for Phantom at 43. Now, I sold my bag. I did. The whole bag, all right? Between $1.80 and my last sell was at about $1.05. I knew once we broke a dollar, like it was a wrap, then 75 cents, and then we collapsed, you know? So, was what it was, you know? Still made some sweet gains. Made a 5.5x, but should have made way more. But it was still, you know, 10x. A little, yeah, 10x at one point. 5.5x in the last position. But so look. Phantom has to go sideways in this position here on the daily. Finish off this tight move. And then maybe you can get some action. You know? See, that daily is getting a little high. 4 hours low, though, in your favor. I like that. It's just sitting at heavy resistance right now. It does have this POC, this high volume node right here, though. Gets above that, it can fly. You know? It's in a rising wedge. 68% chance that breaks to the downside, just like this one broke down. See? And then it's in this channel. Actually, there it is. I found the pattern. It took me like a half an hour. There it is. There's Phantom. Squiggles to the side and then breaks out of that. That looks juicier to me. Makes more sense. 4 hour pointing to the downside, comes on down, gets... There it is. I believe that is it. There's no guarantees, but that looks right. You know, I have a bigger one in case we don't fulfill that journey. All right. But I'm looking for Phantom to break out to the upside. Measure move for Phantom, 51 cents. I believe you'll get a chance to snatch it somewhere at about 31. Maybe even a little lower on a wick at 28 if you know, you never know though. You do your own technical analysis, figure it out for yourself, get educated. Nothing I say and do here should be taken as financial advice. I'm just a guy drawing, making lines, you know, having fun. Phantom, measured move, 51 cents. All right. This is a bilateral pattern, meaning it's a 50-50 pattern. It gives you 50% shot up to the upside or to the downside. MATIC is really like the play of the night, honestly. For me, personally, I'm going to be getting into MATIC. I'll make that really clear right now. So, I'm personally going to get into MATIC. Low liquidity on the night. It looks like the hottest coin. It may suck the liquidity out of the market too. So let's take a look at total. The entire market cap of all of cryptocurrency. Shout out to you and yours. Thank you so much for this. Is that a super chat or subscription there? Another subscription. Good night, everybody. It's right bedtime. Tomorrow, another day, my man. Have a good night, man. But we don't need to know when you're going to bed, man. Just let us know when you're still watching. No, I'm just... you know, but then you're... it's just like... I'm leaving the stream now, so you're like, just leave the stream quietly, you know, like, don't tell anyone, you know, I'm messing around, but, you know. So total, look, we talked about total breaking out and making a higher high, and it needed to. This rising wedge needed to break to the upside. We got it, all right? Let me kind of get rid of my squiggly lines here, my chicken scratch, so to speak, right? Chicken water, remember? Someone else, who says chicken? He says you got the, Jason Casper talks about the chicken water. Shout out to everybody here. So look, we're at this resistance point. If I take my top trend line, I'm willing to move that up. Let me delete this. What is this? This is the total market cap of all of the altcoins. I mean, of all of cryptocurrency. Everything. You want to look at this every day. Like before Bitcoin made a higher high, this one did too on the 4 hour. And so it made me believe that Bitcoin would make the higher high today. I don't know if you remember, if you were with me yesterday, we saw this and I said, you know, if this made a higher high, or it was when I was doing one of my private things with my screen shares with my team. But I said, if this made a higher high, then the odds that that Bitcoin will are super high. And Bitcoin ended up making that higher high today, you know. So it kind of foreshadowed the fact that we would see that move to the upside. Because look, this was high. We already were high here today, earlier today. This was Bitcoin's push-up. This push-up gave Bitcoin its higher high on the 4 hour. Because the charts looked very similar. But when you looked at them really close, Bitcoin hadn't made the higher high yet, but this had. Point of the story is if total made the higher high, then it's already on an uptrend. Concluding to me that Bitcoin would then make the higher high today. And I actually had never made that assumption before. I never thought about that before. I'd never seen it. So that kind of gave me an idea there that eventually did play out. It's quite interesting. So we are on this flag, and we're at this beautiful resistance point that I was talking about right there. We had to get above it. We did. We're now holding support at $1.06 trillion. I mean, there's a chance this could boom to the upside here and bang. All right. So you're looking at the total market cap breaking out. You're low on the 4 hour. Yes, I've seen a dump from there to the downside. Anything could happen, but the 1 hour is curving to the upside. You're seeing a green candle now. You're in this flag. I would not be surprised we have tomorrow with a massive move for Bitcoin and a massive move for the total market cap up to about $1.22 trillion. And remember I talked about 22 today and how the number 22 keeps coming up? There it is again at $1.22 trillion. Shout out to the super chat from Keeler TA. Let's go TA on point. Got my newborn 1 week old son on my lap watching Sabby Cup and Heady. Shout out to the little newborn. Yay! Hey baby, hey baby. Shout out to the little newborn. Hope he's having a wonderful time with his new dad. I'm watching with one eye open. I'm staying open with a matchstick if necessary. Shout out to Waleed Siam, my man. Salam alaikum, my dude. A while ago, I fell asleep watching crypto YouTube. Woke up hours later. It was 20 clips past when I fell asleep. I was like, wow, this dude has blue candles. Cool. Turned out to be Casper. Funny. Super chats. Ethereum. We'll take a look at Ethereum. Dad Gang. Shout out to the good Dad Gang. Solana TA, brother. Please send in a super chat for the technical analysis. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Shout out to everybody here on the live. 537 people, 383 people on the likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? $72 in chat revenue. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you showing up every single day to the live. Saturday night is bumping now. Used to be a weaker stream. Now it is a strong stream. We got people from around the world. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. The 1 hour looks very bullish to me. The 4 hour looks very bullish to me. 15 minutes, the only thing that needs to come on down. We're at a nice support zone. So you tell me, what do you think, Ray? Yep, see? So I like my odds for MATIC tonight based on what I see for the total market cap. We're going to skip on over to total 3. Why are we doing that? That's the total market cap of all of the altcoins. And if you can see what it's doing something quite funny. It's doing what's called a retest. This is when it had broken above a support line, and now it's retesting off that support line. You see a massive break off this. This is going to bounce to the upside huge. This is the total market cap of the altcoins. Now, you flip this upside down, you would call that a bearish retest. You would short the shite out of that if that would drop to the downside and you had high stochastic. Then why wouldn't you long the shite out of that? And I didn't say the word, I said shite. But the whole point is this is moving. And I see a move here. Yes, we could make a double top M, and it's not always all gravy. You have to be careful. You have to be watchful. Anything could happen. But I like what I'm seeing here for the total market cap. All right. Now, I also have another altcoin on my radar, an altcoin that I bought recently. I think it's hot right now for the week. It's setting up to be poised right now. I'm seeing some moves in it. It's called Route. And why do I like Route right now? Well, if you look at the 1 hour, it is pointing to the upside nicely, very nicely. This is on KuCoin as well. I love KuCoin. Get on KuCoin. There's a link in the description to KuCoin. Not enough people are using that link. I'm telling you right now, it would be greatly appreciated if you could. If you'd open up one already and you're not using it, open up a new KuCoin with the link. I would greatly appreciate it. If you make an awesome trade, bang, you send me a commission right there. So nice and easy. And it's just a good karma way to keep it moving. So look, the 1 hour wants to point to the upside. The 4 hour wants to point to the upside. You're in a bit of a flag too as well. The daily is oversold and could even move to the upside. I like what I'm seeing. A little far away for the 21, but it has a high volume node. We take a look at the 15 minute. 15 minute is coming to the downside. So I'm waiting on it to hit for a better move here to the downside. I think the 15 minute comes on down. Bang. Bottom of the channel. That's my sweet spot. That's where I like to get into trades. Right around here. I only buy at the bottom of the patterns, everyone. Why? That's where divergence occurs. That's where you have the best place of putting a stop loss with the least amount of risk. That's usually where you have a high, at least you're close to a POC or some type of bouncing area of support and resistance. You cannot beat the bottom of a channel. All right. You wait way before volume. Ever since let volume be your guide. Look how volume is moving for sure. But at the end of the day, it's all about the bounce off the bottom of the channel. For me, that's where it's at. And low stochastics, they match up with that. Bang, 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 bang. Tight moving averages. The moving averages are getting close. The 50 is trying to cross over the 200 on the 15-minute. Do you know your moving averages? Do you know your 100, your 50, your 80? Do you know how to use them? Do you know what the 21's doing? Do you understand when price action is far away from the 21? If you do not, do you know how this works in conjunction with the moving average convergence and divergence, which is the MACD? Do you understand how the MACD was created based off oscillations between far, tight moving averages? Because con, moving average, MACD is moving average convergence divergence. In Spanish, con means to come with. So when moving averages are together, that's convergence. Think about it. When they're far apart, that's divergence. All this is doing is showing you when the moving averages are tight and far apart. Look, when they're far apart, the MACD is super high. When they're tight, the MACD is low, giving you buy signals. Tight moving averages, far apart. I just blew your mind. I hope I did. Keep it moving. Shout out to each and every one of you coming on here. I'm super passionate about teaching you what you need to know. Come on now. I can guide you. So route is looking beautiful to me. It's also in a little bit of a flag down here. Look. To me, it's also in a bit of a flag here like this. It's about to complete that flag and break on out of that to the upside. So I like what I'm seeing for route. I see a mini flag. I see a bigger flag. I see a cup and a handle there, possibly to the upside. Route. Making gains, baby. Making gains, right? Look at this. MATIC already pumping to the upside, starting to get legs. The MATIC train is about to leave the station. Hey, 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 hey. If you could please, wait for a second so I can get on the train. Half the time I'm working so hard, I never get a chance to get on the train. For crying out loud, The MATIC train. Bitcoin could dump. Anything could happen. High risk on a weekend. Remember that. High risk on a weekend. Don't always go for the gusto. Take a deep breath. Take it easy. All right? Take it easy. Hey, take it easy, kid over there, eh? So I'm entering a piece of my MATIC trade. And we'll see how it goes. You never know. I could win or lose. I'm open-minded. To the winner goes the spoils, man. Anything is possible, right? So fortune favors the brave. That's how I always say. That's my thing. Fortune favors the brave. So shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Can I get my position, please? All right, let's go, baby. Let's go. And a day begins. Rolling those dice. Rolling those dice. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Let's take a look at the chat on this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Saturday night. Everybody, what a beautiful day. Can I just share some pictures with you real quick, just for a second, please? I know it's all about money in the charts, and all you care about is what I say on these charts and all the teachings that we do. But look, if you jumped into the 99, or if you jump into my Discord, I do put a friendly reminder of life in there. Look at all the things I've been posting. I've been active all day, grinding. But I also took a hike up I went to Killington. I took the gondola up. And look at that. I mean, that is gorgeous. I looked at mountains for days. They just went on and on and on. This is my beautiful wife and my beautiful child. I was just looking at this beauty, looking at her beauty, looking at the child's beauty, all this beauty at once. And I looked at it and I was like, is this really my life? And honestly, it made me weep tears of joy. I thank God for every single moment that I have, and I'm so blessed with my life. And so let's just have a moment, everyone. Dear Lord, thank you so much for everything you've given me. Thank you for this channel. Thank you for my subscribers. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gratitude is attitude. I appreciate every moment I have. I appreciate every breath that I take. Jason Casper with the $49.99, man, hitting it up. I hope you have a blessed day. God bless you and all your endeavors, Jason, and everybody here on the live that supports the lifer, comes into the Discord, and just shows love. Thank you so much. I'll be here every single day, and I'm here every single day because you people give me the energy, give me the vibes, and honestly, it gives me that energy to never take a day off. So thank you so much to each and every one of you. I love you all, and I greatly appreciate your love and support, man. I would not be here without each and every one of you throwing it down and just showing me that love. So thank you very much. Family is everything for real. Never take it for granted. Never, man. Never. Beautiful baby looks like you. Thank you. Any mark makers in the chat, please don't dump on us. Everything looking good, bar the 15th. Exactly. Shout out to Gina Barbina. Shout out to Kevin Law. Thanks for the knowledge bombs. Anytime, man. Anytime. When you read lifers' testimonials, you'll know you're in the right place. Dude, I read a testimonial today that blew my mind. Like, it blew my mind. I mean, I think we've been going through a lot. We've done a lot of charting recently. I hit you up with all my different thoughts. Total 3. Even though you might even not even, a lot of people don't even know what total 3 is. Now you do, you know. But this one, join the 99. You can have financial freedom. Sam teaches you everything you need to know. Proud to call you Uncle Sam. There's been an intense season of life for me, but God is moving, and I am coming close to hitting a massive goal I set for this summer. You want the absolute best the internet has to offer. You will follow everything. Lifer, shout out to Bison 9, my man. Yo, Lifer, what's up? I never left a testimony for everything I did not deserve. I want to let you know how much I appreciate you and your team and everything you do. The impact that you have done in my life is monumental. The way I see things on the charts is ridiculous. I can't believe I was blind to the charts prior to meeting you. I know that sometime I will step aside from my career in which I love being a fireman. It's an honor to me to serve my community, but I want to be home and spend every single minute with my daughters and my wife, and I see definitely getting close to that goal. You can't make gains in a bear market. I really believe that, but I was wrong because yes, you can make profits in a bear market, and huge gains are happening right now as I stare at my monitor. I can't imagine how the next bull run will be. LOL. I lost lots of money in the past, thousands of dollars, man. I was very frustrated, and I kept telling myself, that's okay, it's part of the process. Again, I was so wrong. That definitely wouldn't happen if I would have met you before. But then I came across you and things changed. You did something in my brain, something that clicked, that changed me forever and how I look at the charts. Still learning every minute, so grateful. I have to tell you this before I can relate with you. You are a working machine, and that's me. I don't stop, man, and I won't stop, and neither get relaxed. I got too many goals on my list, too many dreams and making them real. And since I met you and understand your style more and more on the charts, I know I'm getting closer to all that. And it's the hard work, not easy at all. Don't get it wrong, but I like the challenge. It's my choice and I love it. And when it clicks, you are hooked. Thanks for sharing who you are, your personal life, your ups and downs. That's not easy to do. You're an honest dedication and intelligence and your integrity, which for me was the best thing that I saw on you. Thank you. You're the man, Sam. God bless you. Your student and friend, Sebastian Castro, man. Yo, I wake up to stuff like that. How could I be? I said to my friend the other day, I used to live depressed and go up and down. I said, when I wake up to things like that, how could I be sad? How in God's name could I be sad when I wake up to testimonials like that? And it's sad. Every time I read a testimonial, I'll lose like 20 people. Like, they don't want to read the love or the light. But, man, that's someone sharing their entire life story with us and, like, really breaking it down. Like, you don't get that anywhere. That's, like, the essence of life. That's human. He's talking about his struggles, his life, everything he went through. That's beautiful right there. The fact that that comes out through my channel, through the interaction on this channel, to me says we're doing something right. There's a connection here. There's a blessing. There's something going on different that I've seen on other channels. I am blessed. I read those every day. They empower me. I feel awesome. I thank each and every one of you for coming on every day, and it's just an amazing feeling to be alive. Thank you for all of you. I appreciate it. You have no clue. You have no clue what you're doing for me, for my life. Just, I feel fulfilled. No amount of money could buy you a testimonial like that. When you feel someone just like showering you and just feeling the love. You know, feeling the absolute love. I mean, MATIC 3L in the last 50 minutes is already up a nice 5-10% and moving. I wouldn't be surprised if it ended with some massive gains. So, Link 3L has been just blasting off too, which has been awesome. You know, thank you so much for the subscribers coming on in. Thank you so much for each and every one of you for being here. And we're blasting through. We're on our way to 32,000, 31,600, and gaining steam every single day. They were all over Filecoin in my group earlier today. Look, I talked about it in this channel like it could break out more. It is starting to break out even more to the upside. However, it does have that resistance now. Filecoin. So I like Route. I like MATIC. Don't have to look at the dollar today. Don't have to look at the Dow Jones. So nice. Let's have some fun here. Rose getting some gains. Put in that flag, you can continue to pump out of that flag. Automata. Uni. Let's go back to Uni. Funny. So look, I put Uni 3L down here. It would come down for that wick, but come back up. The first time I looked at it, though, look. We have it down here in this cup and handle. We had this, like, we were showing this way back when it was here. So Uni 3L I was putting out back in July. I mean, in July 14th. This thing would blast to the upside. Insanity. Let's take a look at Uni 3L right now. It seems to be gaining some steam, and it's in the flag, just like MATIC. Seems like these older coins from the rally are starting to gain some steam. Uni, MATIC. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if DeFi Perp starting to move. But Uni on the 3L token looking beautiful to me too as well. I would watch Uni on the 3L for possibly massive gains. So we got Route, we got Uni, we got a few other coins on the radar that I'm looking at. And honestly, I got a team of elites that are going through the charts every single day, posting massive detailed charts, things that they're looking at, things that they're going through. So you have access to so much in the trading group for $99. I tell everyone it's $3 a day to have the hardest working man in show business work for you every single day of your life. It is a Saturday. I'm in Vermont. I am grinding. I brought my equipment with me. Even though I'm at my friend's house, I said, hey, can I still live stream? He said, you can do your dog and pony show. He said, yeah, you could do your dog and pony show, you know. I laughed. I thought it was funny. But, you know, But Uni 3L looking scrumptious, like a nice little treat. Like a tasty little tart. All right. Uni 3L looking scrumptious to me, by all means. All right. So, just something to think about. That chart makes me drool a little bit, you know. Uni 3L in a bit of a bull flag, looking beautiful. Ah, come on. I don't have time for the typos. The shift button not working right. That's what it was. Because you got to hold shift. You got to hold it a little longer than I want. And it could be a 1 hour scalp. You know. But again, you'll find your trading style. Some people are like, I'm in the trading group. What do I do? I'm like, well, some people take one trade a week that they find. Some people trade 2-3 times a day. Some people are on the 1 minute. You know, some people are on the 1 hour. Some people on the daily. You're going to find your trading style. What suits you the most? You see what I'm saying? Look, the 50 minutes a little high here. I'd wait for the 50 minute to get low for perfect entry. Set an alert on the 15 minute for perfect entry. And that's another thing. We teach you about perfect entries here, or as close to it as we can get. You know, from years of me getting into a trade and then watching the trade. Listen, I'll show you how the perfect entry started. I used to get into the 1 hour, not check the 15. Trades would go well. Then one time I got in and the trade went down. I waited. I was down for a while. I eventually went up and I won the trade, but I was down for a while. And I was like, you know. So I did that a few times. And then finally, I think one of my friends or someone might have even been on the live stream. I got in the 1 hour. The trade went down. And I was like, man, why am I down already? You know, and that's why, you know, trading live was good because I put myself out there. When you put yourself out there, people help you. Someone was like, yo, check the 15, man. I checked the 15 minutes. Probably someone smarter than me that was watching the live. I checked the 15, noticed it was high. I was like, I guess I'm entering when the 15-minute stochastics are high. And if you're not using the stochastics, then you can't even put that together. So I started using the Stokes. I started using multiple time frames. I started locking in the Stokes with multiple time frames. Started changing my entire trading. I started locking that in with support and resistance, Fibonacci, and you name it. And you know, with my patterns and with the moving averages, things started to change. And I started having bigger results. I started knowing, and then I started using the weekly and started using bigger time frames. I started seeing macro events. I started calling bottoms, hitting tops. My whole life began to change. I'm telling you right now. And it will happen to you too. If you put that much work, it can happen to you, right? Look, then we got on BitBoy. We got on ATB. Other channels started recognizing us. We started growing as a channel. People started seeing that there was results in the technical analysis. You know, people like Jason Casper come here to watch good TA, just like I go to his channel to watch good TA, because when you do TA day in and day out, you don't want to watch trash. You know, you want to watch something that you know is educational, has proper movement, and that you know actually has some backing. I've been here 2.5, 3 years now, strong. And people have been watching me make call after call after call. I called Link at $1.78. I really did. I called Adam at 5. I called Cake at 60 cents. I called Phantom at 20 cents. I mean, I called EGLD at $20. I called Aave at $60. I called Cardano. I got in at 2 cents and 8 cents. I talked about XRP before it made the huge pump, down at 16 cents, 20 cents. I'm a huge XRP guy. Shout out to my XRP Army. If you're out there, put XRP Army in the comment section below. We're going to have an XRP Army segment coming up in the next few weeks. Shout out to each and every one of you. Shout out to the Crypto Muser. And shout out to all my lovers of life out there. Let's jump back into that chat. How are you doing in the chat? Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in. What's up, Kava? Oh, I haven't seen Kava in a while. The ETH ecosystem all pumping like crazy. Yeah, you know, ETHO. Let's take a look at ETHO. ETHO looked good to me too. Kind of came upon it the other day. ETHO protocol. Let's take a look if it stayed tight in the channel. Look how tight that is. I mean, to me, something's brewing there for ETHO. Like, it's only a matter of time before this thing pops like a weasel. Like, for real, right? Also, look at this I'm going to go to the 4-hour time frame and appease myself here. Oh, that wick is just too high. If that wick wasn't so high, sometimes these false wick hoods are just strange. False wick hoods, get it? But, I mean, you're still at the 706. All right, 886 retracement. I mean, it doesn't get lower than that. Could use it for maybe some type of resistance. I'll save it, just take the length. I mean, ETHO, looking ready for a massive pump to the upside. This thing moves when it does move. It gets crazy. 130% gains coming out of ETHO. Again, I can't guarantee anything, but this is looking sweet to me. 4-hour time frame, low as it can be. Daily, looking like it has legs and room. 1 hour looking good. Can we check ENS? We will. We'll check that ETH. I knew someone was going to say ENS because when we talked about ETH, we talked about it. I called ENS. I called Ethereum Classic. Both of those we nailed for massive gains. Why? Because I know they're the first coins to pump when the ecosystem starts to pump. I'm not an idiot. I've been here before, man. I've watched Ethereum Classic pump when the whole market's, starting to make a rumble. ETHO looking beautiful to me. Possible 130% gains coming out of ETHO. Keep ETHO on the radar. So the market's not looking amazing. I'm telling you right now, it's not like there's hundreds of, but right now we're picking out the trades that are calling my name, picking out the trades that are making sense, picking out the trades that have the highest probability. And again, I'm just going over technical analysis. That's just in a tight wedge. You got tight moving averages. You got low stochastics on the 4 hour. It's got the special sauce. And if any one of my moderators is watching or elite traders, please recreate ethos and throw it in the elite charts. If you're watching, if you're out there, if Rainier's out there, if any one of you Stack, JD, anyone out there, Cal the Ronster, because I'm just going to throw in a quick idea of it, but it could be done neater with the checklist and stuff. If you want to do a neat checklist, because this trade looks pretty monstrous to me. Look if you see anything else you want to add to the checklist too. But please, you have my blessings if you want to throw that into the elite chart section. Throw an ETHO call there for me. Or just a setup that looks good to me, because I'm seeing a setup that looks pretty nice for ETHO. To me, it's all about tandem time frames. I don't like to get into a trade of just one time frame's oversold. I'd like to see the triple entendre, the 15, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and boom. I like to be at the end of a channel. I like to see tight moving averages. There's a whole thing that I have to do. I'm OCD, and I want to see everything that I go for. Okay? ETHO looking scrumptious. Looking like a tart. And wow, the show's, I cannot believe it's already 10 o'clock. That's insane how fast the show has moved. MATIC starting to get above that hump. You can see that. Look at that 1 hour. I mean, that's dead. When I see that lack of bearish momentum, I mean, MATIC for the move. Remember, I always use the 50-minute for entry. This is coming on down. Give you there's going to be an easier entry there for MATIC. In my humble opinion. ETHO looking beautiful, though. All right, someone asked about ENS and Ethereum. I think we hit Ethereum. We'll go over Ethereum again. Ethereum name service. We gave you the call for this inside the inverted head and shoulder. It would pop once. Come on. I mean, that thing did huge moves. 22% gains. We actually had it down here too. But let's take a look here. Shout out to anyone that may or may not have jumped into that. I mean, that's a shoulder, a head, and a bit of a shoulder. Could be a complex. If you flip that upside down, that's a complex inverted. So we got complex head and shoulder for sure. All right, it had some massive gains already. If the 4 hours a little spent, like a lot of coins, the 4 hours spent. I'm trying to find coins when the 4 hours not spent. They're few and far between. A lot of the market's high. Oh, this is actually looking pretty nice now. I guess that dump actually kind of reset things a lot too. You take a look at the daily. Daily's a little spent for you. So you try to trade this quick move, there's a chance that the daily comes on back down, Could even be smart and just not trade this at all. Pull a Fibonacci. and just wait for this to come on down to like a cooler area. You do have a big support zone here, which you would like to see bounce, touch the 21-day moving average. But the stochastics need to come on down here, in my humble opinion, for ENS. So yes, the other time frames look scrumptious and good, but that daily needs to reset. So I heed that. I mean, yes, you could trade this. By all means, you know. And I'm not saying it can't pop. But just if you do trade it, know that the daily is looming and there's a chance that it doesn't play out. Don't get so saucy when you don't hit 35% gains for ENS. However, there's a chance we wake up tomorrow and everything pumps and you're like, why didn't I get in? That's the issue of trading. Everyone wants the easy street. They're like, well, just tell me exactly, you know. And they're like, no, you can't tell anyone exactly. And, you know, 1 hour could pump. Like, for instance, this could pump for the 35. You know, what I do is I make trading rules. Like, one of my rules is I won't trade if the 4 hours overbought. So if the 4 hours overbought right now, I just wouldn't take that trade. But, you know, I've traded against the daily, and I'll take it because the daily is big, and there's this one mass little room doesn't mean that much to oversold to the daily. So there's a chance that it actually does make a little bit of a move there. So I like that idea. So ENS, 35% gains possibly coming out of this move of a flag to the upside. But again, you're just trading against the daily. All right? You're possibly trading against the daily, so you just have to heed that stuff. See, MATIC doesn't have that issue. Now look, Ethereum Classic is doing the same thing, following a flag here, right? Again, you're going to get high on that daily, see? So you got the same kind of scenario going. We gave you this one boomed. Look, we gave the exact entry out of the inverted cup and handle, inverted head and shoulder, and the falling wedge there, and bang, bang, bang. This would break up all the way for 86% gains. We gave, we nailed it. Shout out to anyone that jumped into that. I mean, that was one of the best trades of the week. We saw Ethereum was moving. I called a move for Ethereum 2 nights ago, that big, and then even before that we started calling this Ethereum Classic and ENS. Why do you think I was putting them out? We also went over token metrics every week, and token metrics was there. If you're in my trading group, we go over token metrics as a group every single week. That costs $86 a month. That's included in your $99. You won't find a better deal than the deal in my trading group. I'm telling you right now, you won't find someone working harder. You won't find more information. You won't find a more organized Discord. It was organized by a professional Discord builder who all he does is do Discords. And he came to me and said, I can build you the greatest Discord of your life. Just give me a chance. He said, I won't even charge you. Just let me show you what I can do. And I was like, okay. And he did an amazing job. We have a welcome center that you can access before you even join the trading group. A lot of people aren't utilizing it like that. And then you can read the testimonials. You can join a boot camp that I already created. You can see how to access the Discord and what to do in there. Then you have videos of how to trade. Think this is awesome information that a lot of people are charging for. You can even see the gains that we've been making for the last few days. Like we hit UFO for 60% gains today. We hit Woo Trade. I put it out on the 24th. 6 days later, up 30% from the buy zone. Okay. Unified, we just traded that beautifully for the last 2 days on and off. 41% gains there. BNB 3L, I put it in this giant cup, weeks ago. July 8th, thing up 86%. Cake, I put in a cup and handle. It's up 21%. I put that at 9 in the morning on July 28th. Up again. Gala 3X, I put in this was yesterday. Boom, was the trade of the night. Up 17%. Actually continued to move up in the morning. And AVAX 3L, I put out at the perfect time. I hit the exact bottom. No stop loss got hit, 88.9. This is all from July 26th. This is in the last 5 to 6 days. UFO hit again, that's the other one, but it would continue to go up from there. Unify was the other one, but continue to go up from there. Cake was that other one, but continue to go up from there. YFI, I talked about breaking out of this channel. It will go up and continue up. 76%. Then I said there's more legs. It was going to my channel. It hit the top of the next channel. Look, MATIC 3L in a perfect channel. That blasted for 120% gains. KP3R blasted. This is all in a week from the 24th to the 31st. Card hit. Right? Electronium Classic for a perfect move for 79% gains. And we called Bitcoin perfectly throughout this whole move. We longed Bitcoin live. Then we took Bitcoin throughout the Jerome Powell's. Remember the live stream on the 30-second chart? I called it as it went up all the way. I called the target at the beginning of the Jerome Powell meeting. It hit my target like somewhat near the middle or the end of the game. Like I called Bitcoin's long 2 days ago on the 7-minute on the divergence. It's been long ever since that moment. That was the exact bottom to long. I haven't seen a channel do what we're doing. I have never seen the results that we're putting out. Compare it, say whatever you want. Go show anyone else, go to any other trading school in the game I put my life and soul on this. Everything I do is every single day. I don't play games. If you want a real education, if you want to really change your life, I changed my life. If you want to change your life, wouldn't you want to hang out with someone that actually did it? I was talking to my friend today. He said, you want to hire someone that's done it, don't you? You want to hire someone that hasn't done it? Or do you want to hire someone that's done it? I did it. I changed my life. I crushed the 9 to 5. I fired my boss. I moved on. I created a dream in my head and now I live in it. I can show you how to do the same thing. I can help you reprogram your subconscious mind. Change your thought process. Follow your goals. Believe yourself every single time you talk and become great. If you're ready for that journey, jump into my trading group. It's more than just a trading group. It's a journey. I can't wait to see you in there. All right? So, and we're doing it now again, again, tonight. So this is what we do here every single night on the live stream. Without fail. Every single day. Not every single night, but every single day. Preaching it, Sammy. Lifer's beginner's course is stunning. Lifer is a calm, focused teacher and shares his years of experience in 2+ hours in his teaching. And I teach a course every Tuesday from 3 to 5 based on this stuff. So if you want teaching, I learned a lot in 1 week in this Discord. More than 1 year of trading crypto, watching all the top YouTubers. Look, you learned more in 1 week in the... See, go write that in the testimonial because the testimonial is free. If you could write that in the testimonial, I would greatly appreciate it. I'll copy-paste it. But it's just not the same if you write a real testimonial in there. But thank you, man. I learned more in 1 week on this Discord. I learned a lot in 1 week in the Discord. More than 1 year trading crypto, watching all over the other top YouTubers. SuperChat, CELR, OP, and Vision. Is that Dustin? Is that you, Dustin? Did I see Dustin Kava in there? Shout out to Dustin Kava in the game. Appreciate you, buddy. Hey, I want to join your group, but I'm new. I don't know how to trade. Do you think I'll have to join your course? I don't know how to use KuCoin and what you suggest. Start small. Join the beginner's course. I say you join the beginner's course. Do the homework for a couple weeks. Get associated. Jump into the trading group, man. And we'll be there waiting for you, ready to go. I'll have homework for you that'll get you situated and get you going. Dustin. Let's move this along, Beebs. You're so funny. You're so funny. All right, Beebs, let's move it along there, kiddos. I love you, Gina. You're funny. What do you think of the St. Bernards? Come on now. That was cool, right? So, look, we talked about CELR breaking out of this channel to the upside. What did it do? It is breaking out. CELR with a measured move. I'll make a call for CELR. You tell me if it comes true. I see CELR at 002663 like 2-3 weeks from now. About 30% gains out of CELR. Probably will come down, bounce one more time, but I see CELR continuing to the upside for sure. I do. Let's take a look at OP. OP is a good project. Optimism. Optimism had a huge pump. What's up with the coins? We have these like gaps in price action. It doesn't make me trust. I had Optimism. I was talking about this breaking up to 81% gains. Look, it went all the way to my move. However, I can't tell if this is right or not. So it's hard for me to see. So I'm like a little sketched out by it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my old friend. I forgot my old friend. I have a backup. I forgot my old backup. I go to Trading Needs, Coin Trader Pro. Remember that? That might have a chart that I could jump on for op. Op. And what are we looking at? Was it Optimism? I'll find it. It'll pop in. No? That's weird. Usually it would. I get everything else under the sun. Alright. When in doubt, keep it moving though. Let's take a look. So, I mean, it's in a flag here. If this is real, I just can't tell if this is real. Price action. It doesn't look right to me. Something's wrong. And this happened to a lot of charts that I was charting on. Now, the workaround is to go to the actual KuCoin site and just use the chart KuCoin gives you. Or go to your 3 commas and use the chart the 3 commas gives you. You see what I'm saying? I mean, MATIC 3L, if you bought it like a good chunk of it, like 10 minutes ago, already up $100. $3 grand already up $100. Like, yes, I know it's a lot of money. It is what it is, but it's just something, just something to think about here. So look, I can do this. This is what I can do. This is what I've been doing. I just want to teach my students too. This has been my workaround. All right. So like, oh, I'm not trying to show that I made $1,800 today, and I'm sorry. So look, sorry. I don't mean to do that stuff. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be humble about my life. So look, MATIC 3L. Let's take a look here. And I hiked and went up into a mountain. Dude, when you start making more money than you used to make in a week on a Saturday when you hung out with your family, you know your life has changed. You know your life has changed. So we're looking at OP, right? So you go up in here and type in OP. I'm just teaching you guys because we're going to need this. You know, and now I can look at the chart and I should get a clean chart. And what you can do is you can open it up here. And now we're in business, you know, and we can kind of see that. Now, I called this pump. I just never got a chance to really show it off. Now we're in this upper trend for it, right? Pointed down on the stochastics, MACD, you know. So, look, when in doubt, there's always a workaround. Never get freaked out. Always work. Just keep working. Just work your way out of the workaround. Just work your way out of it until you know. That's what I say. Just keep working until you find a way out. Like a miner, like you're mining. But so look, that could be a beautiful ascending triangle building, and that is a measured move to 260. So that does look pretty scrumptious to me. Stokes need to come a little lower, so I'd open up this pattern a little bit and suggest that we could get a nicer price somewhere down in this zone at a 166. Ride this from 166 to 260. And what I would do, I put like a limit order for 166 for 500 to 1,000. If that hits, we start to move through the channel and get tighter, then I'll add another 500. We break out, we retest, I'll add another 5. I'll ride the 1,500 up to the upside. All right? You do whatever makes you happy, but to me, that's the smartest way to trade. If it dumps, you only lose on the 500, right? If the market doesn't go well. If it starts to go sideways, you put another one, but it starts to fall off, then you're still up on one, and then you can figure out what to do. The retest comes in, you nail it. You only add on the retest. If you miss the retest, you don't add. You stay disciplined, all right? Again, I'm not a financial advisor. These are just things that traders do. So look, I ran into a little bit of a mess up, and I just kept pushing forward. All right. So there's the same flag there, but it just doesn't look the same, right? I don't get the same price action. I'm not getting it. I'm really not. So take screenshots. Remember what I just said for OP. I appreciate each and every one of you for coming on in. But that was my workaround right now. I don't know what's going on. The charts aren't perfect lately. Not all coins are doing that though. Just a few of them. We'll work around them. Eventually, price action will fill itself in, and we'll get over it. But it's just not fun. Not like I need my price action, you know. Vision all the way down to the downside, dumping. This thing's just getting lower and lower and lower and lower. So I don't know. I mean, technically it could pump, but it feels like it's making another, you know, another bear flag here. What is the daily looking like? Daily could finally move. This thing is down in the dumps. I don't like catching a falling knife. So to me, like, I wouldn't touch this. Unless I researched the project and I really loved it and I really believed in the backers and what they were doing, I'd be like, oh, these are the best prices. But I don't believe in this project like that. I wouldn't touch it till it at least made a higher high and bounce off the zone. Then I would start swing trading it. I don't like to go for a falling knife. This thing is down the dumps and it could continue down. There's no knowing anything. I mean, it fell through its last bit of support. So this thing is just, and this thing could go to zero. Remember, some coins will not come back. Some coins never come back. They just fall off and everyone ever hears about them again. That can happen. I know people don't want to believe that, but it can. All right, so just keep that in mind because anything is possible. All right. All right. All right, everyone. I'm out of here for the night. I'm going to take a look at Bitcoin and then I'm jumping out. We had an amazing time. Sam, Solana, and Rune. Super chats, all clear. Shout out to Dustin Kava. You're the man, dude. Let's take a look back at Bitcoin before we jump on out of here for the night. And thank you for each and every one of you for jumping on in. It was an amazing live stream. Unbelievable. Better than I ever thought. Like, I was wondering when I'm traveling, how is it going to be, what's going to go down, and this was just unbelievable. So shout out to each and every one of you. Thank you so much. I love you all. So look, we got a bit of a breakout too during the live. 23,800 as Bitcoin pumps. Short squeeze seems to be occurring. I mean, when the 7-minute pumps this hard, at resistance, when you're high in the stochastics, there's no excuse but a short squeeze. So this is beautiful. We got above this resistance that was kind of, you know, wasn't good. 23,800. We need to hold this now and make a bit of a flag on the 7 minute. So what you want to see now is you would flag out the 7 minute personally. If you're going to trade all night tonight and you want to go hard, I'm not. I'm going to take my 1,800 that I made. I'm going to keep my other trades open, and I'm going to go to sleep. I have route. I have MATIC 3 out, and I'm in pretty heavy, so I got what I need. You know, I'm in what it is. Shout out to Love Learning for always shining bright. Shout out to Dustin Calva with the $3.33 super chat. You're the man, dude. Much love to you with the 333. Shout out to the $97 in super chats. Much respect to you and yours. One else. Wait. I missed a $20 super chat somewhere. How did I miss a $20 super chat? Because I don't remember. It was at 79, and it went all the way to 97. Billy McDonough. Tons of traveling. Moving around this month. Group. Helped make some massive gains in my sleep flying international. Can you check Vision? I'm ready to ascend. Shout out to Billy McDonough. So Vision, I mean, you may want to grab, I see it. You're trying to grab the low. That's just not my trading style, Billy. So, hey, good luck to you on that move. Can you check ENS? We took a look at ENS. Wow, they just came in, man. Shout out to each and every one of you. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the love. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. It means the world to me. Unbelievable. It really was. Did I forget restream? No, I did restream, right? Yeah, we did restream. Unreal. So Bitcoin, you're going to watch the 7 minute on this flag. That's what worries me the most, is that the 7 and the 15 minute just need to reset. However, a short squeeze could get us high above, and then when they reset, we'll be fine. Looks like the shorters don't want to stop short squeezing us tonight. So you're going to watch this flag on the 7. Let me take away this. What is this pole? This pole is the lane. Like, I know I got a bunch drawn, so let me slow you down here. What is going on here? Looks like a maze, right? So look, the first pattern is this pattern here, right? Which was this kind of wedge that we're in, and we double bottomed so far. And I called this double bottom, suggested we could bounce off. We did so far. Then I called this double bottom, and we did bounce up to the upside. That hit the measured move because that was the length of the pole. This was the measured move of the double bottom, all right? So we're going for that. So we can take care of that, right? Here's the falling wedge that we broke out of, all right? So that's that. Here is the little bear flag that we needed to break out of. We could have broken down. So far, we broke to the upside, which is great, above resistance with a short squeeze. All right, so we can kind of, I guess, we could we can take care of the bear flag now. But you can see how we came to all these conclusions today when I started the live stream just an hour and 45 minutes ago. Right, we talked about this divergence right here. Right, see this swing up, swing down as that being the bottom. Usually, divergence will call you the bottom. So far, that was. Just like that 7 minute divergence we called for Bitcoin. Remember the last time we called the 7 minute divergence for Bitcoin? It was way down there. Could this be the same thing? Am I calling the bottom for Bitcoin yet again on the 7 minute divergence, just like I did 2 days ago, 3 days ago? There's a big chance we are. That's why when you want to be here, you want to really pay attention, you know? Super chats, quick. Can you look at Bookmap? I can't right now. I'm so sorry. MATIC chart. I already did the MATIC chart. You might want to take a look at it yourself. We like it a lot, so yeah, take a look at the MATIC chart. So I'm watching the 7 minute, and I need it to flag. It is going to come on down. So when the 7 minute comes on down, I don't want to see it dump. I want us to stay above this 23,800. 15 minute also needs to come on down again as well, or at least half move. 1 hour's in our favor, 4 hours in our favor. I like to long those things. So I'm bullish on Bitcoin for the night. However, I'm watching it break out of this tiny move to the upside. All right. The bigger idea for Bitcoin is that it breaks, you know, it's back inside this channel, which is great. And the measured move is all the way back up here at 25,291. So I'm long Bitcoin, I'm long MATIC, I'm long route. And yeah, that's my last ideas for the night. Again, Bitcoin will have to get above resistance at 24,700 to remain bullish, right? It did make a higher high in the trend. We went over the daily. I showed you a new look on the daily. And tomorrow night, don't worry, we're going to go over the weekly charts. We're going to have a blast. It's going to be weekly, a lot of long-term stuff. We're going to have a blast. So get ready tomorrow for Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Let me jump into the comments one last time before I jump out of here. Rexit options. This is why I was thinking why it's not moving up. I joined late now. God bless me. Shout out to everybody here. Where are we fishing? Super chats. Quick, look at Mac. Bro, I laughed at you busting guys like me for leaving your stream for BitBoy. Should have been laughing with you. Wait, you're the hardest working guy in crypto. Can't wait for my class on Tuesday, man. Hey, man, I'm just having jokes, man. I don't know why I can't be free. You know, I'm not done. Gina's not done, so we can't leave net. If Gina's not done, then that's it. It is what it is. Kasanyaka. Thank you, Sam. Have a good night. Kevin Law. Shout out to Kyle Stanfield. Shout out to East Jordan. Shout out to Gina Bombina. Shout out to Stack McChange in the house. Shout out to each and every one of my awesome moderators. Dustin Cava, East Jordan, Chris Ray in the house. Chris, I love you. You look good in blue, baby. Shout out to Jamie Sears. Hey, Sam, how's Bookmap looking? Shout out to Jamie. Thank you for asking, my friend. And I'm out for the night. Love learning. We love you. Thank you for all your hard work and all your passion. Thank you. Everybody, thank you so much for jumping on in. I'll see you back at the studio tomorrow, and we'll be kicking it. Look out for a possible Bitcoin update and what we're going through, but this is really my last update of the night. If you need to know what's happening to Bitcoin, rewatch this update, redraw my charts. Stay tuned for more, and I'll catch you on the next live stream. Crypto is life. Peace. And I'm out like swimwear. And I'm out there like swimwear. Nah. Have a great night, everyone. Be safe. Thank you.